This program was brought to you by PennyMac TPO. Visit tpo.pennymac.com to learn more about becoming a partner and starting your journey to greatness. With the people, products, and technology to take you there, it's why they say, at PennyMac, greatness lives here.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Mike Savino. Experts have been telling us that new home sales will eventually drop, with mortgage rates rising from historic lows and home prices continuing to skyrocket. But I don't think they quite expected activity to slow down this much. Yet new home sales took a huge tumble last month, down 17% from a year ago. HUD and the Census Bureau say that home sales fell in June to a seasonably adjusted annual rate of 590,000. That's a dip of 8% since just from May. New home sales were down in all four regions of the country compared to last year, led by a 38% drop in the Northeast. Sales also fell by almost a third in the West and a quarter in the Midwest. The South saw a dip of 8.7%. Zillow economist Nicole Bashad said that a drop was easy to see because of market shifts and home builder sentiment dropping, but the reported value of 590,000 new home sales in June was way under consensus and in line with the low levels that followed the onset of the pandemic in April of 2020. Meanwhile, CoreLogic says prices for housing aren't growing as fast as they did in April, but growth was still up, although it did drop from a high of 20.6% in April to 19.7% in May. Tampa, Miami, and Dallas reported the highest year-over-year gains among the 20 cities in the Case-Shiller Index. Tampa led with a 36% year-over-year price increase, followed by Miami at 34% and Dallas at 31%. Housing data for May 2022 continued strong as price gains decelerated slightly from very high levels. Now, despite this deceleration, growth rates are still extremely robust, with all three composites at or above the 98th percentile historically, said Craig J. Lazaro, managing director at S&P DJI. Meanwhile, popular migration destinations where home prices soared during the pandemic are the most likely to see the effects of a housing downturn amplified, with home prices declining year over year if the economy goes into a recession. According to Redfin, that means several West Coast and Sunbelt cities face the highest risk of seeing their housing markets reverse course. Scoring each city on a scale of 100, Redfin said Riverside, California has the highest risk of a housing market downturn with a score of 84. That means the combination of income and housing data makes year-over-year price drops very likely. The rest of the 10 highest risk cities include Boise, Idaho, Cape Coral, Northport, and Tampa, Florida, Las Vegas, Sacramento and Bakersfield, California, and Phoenix and Tucson, Arizona. A Redfin economist says that in general, these are places where home prices soared at an unsustainable rate in many pandemic home buying hotspots. Additionally, places where people tend to have high debt compared with their income and home equity are vulnerable because those residents are more likely to foreclose or sell at a loss. Meanwhile, cities in the Rust Belt and Northeast seem best positioned to weather a recession. This includes cities like Akron, Cincinnati, and Cleveland, Ohio, Philadelphia, Boston, and Buffalo, New York, all in the top 10 lowest risk cities.
This program was brought to you by PennyMac TPO. Visit tpo.pennymac.com to learn more about becoming a partner and starting your journey to greatness.
For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.